This interesting looking Hoya is called Hoya rotundiflora, and it just again means round floral structures. But what I think is really interesting about this plant is a little bit more of the rectangular leaf shape that this has, which I think this is very unique. And I actually saw rotundiflora first in the Houseplant House Tour with Toriel in Sweden, who is the person who has over 400 Hoya in her house. So if you haven't seen that, go and see it because it is such a charming houseplant house tour, and she is so passionate about her Hoya. So this one is relatively new because after I saw that houseplant house tour, I was like, oh, it'd be really nice to get some of those different types that Toriel had. And somebody on eBay was selling this, and so I ended up picking this one up probably about 6 months ago. So I've only had it with 6 months in my possession. But this plant is native to Myanmar, and it does probably want a little bit more of a cooler temperature at night. So I have this actually growing a little bit off from my northeast facing window in my bathroom. My bathroom has a tendency to have a little bit more higher humidity as well, so I think that is usually pretty good. I will see how it fares in winter, however, because as the winter months start to come in, I actually don't have any heating in my bathroom. My bathroom is so small that oftentimes when I just put on the hot water, or if I'm running the washer and dryer, it'll actually heat the room up itself. So hopefully that cold temperature won't be so bad for this plant, because oftentimes with Hoya, they don't like to get below anything under than 50 or 10 degrees Celsius or 50 degrees Fahrenheit. So that is something to look out for, although this plant would probably benefit from a little bit of cooler temperatures at night. So if you are in the northern hemisphere and you have to turn the heat on, then I would say just have it on a little bit less during the evening hours. As far as fertilizing this goes, I put my Hoya on generally a regular schedule of fertilizing, so on a bi-weekly to monthly basis, and doing something that is a little bit more just well-balanced fertilizer. So if it's a synthetic fertilizer, more like a 10-10-10, and if it's a more organic fertilizer, then something like a 1-1-1 or a 2-2-2, if you will. But of course, take a look at your overall plant, see its health, see if there's yellowing leaves towards the top or towards the bottom, and get a sense of what your plant may need. So when I say what I'm fertilizing, it's just a general kind of guideline and not necessarily going deep into what the plant may actually need. As far as the soil structure goes in the potting medium, you could see that I'm using a pretty barky mix here with perlite and also some succulent soil. So a lot of these plants are epiphytes, which means that they're growing on trees, which means that they'll want something that's a little bit more well-draining, that's very airy so that their roots could actually breathe. But that also means that it dries out very easily. So you're going to want to water this in relation to the light that you're giving it. And for a plant like this, it could probably withstand some level of higher light because of the succulency of the leaf that I would gather, but giving it a little bit more of a medium light or bright and direct is going to be great for this plant.